starting on Acheron Waste.
You see a lot of series start in this map.
Why?
Well, I don't know, but it just happened today.
Would you start on this map?
No, I always veto it.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because I veto it in ladder because I don't like playing CVP on it. Then
Okay.
in tournaments I veto it always.
Okay, that makes sense. In the bottom right hand position, it is Drunkenboi against his opponent. It is Suppy in the top left corner. No early pulls. So, do you want to bet? Okay, if there are 2 games, okay.
Mm-hmm.
If and only if there are 2 games left, do you want to bet that there's no pools before 10?
In the next 2 games after
Yeah.
this game?
Yeah.
Do I want to bet there's no pools before 10?
The 10 supply, yeah.
So I'm betting that Suppy won't.
Will.
That he will make a pool before 10?
Yeah.
No?
Didn't you say, like...
Yes, he does like to
So
cheese.
you don't have confidence in him making early pulls?
Well, now that he's seeing this gas and this barracks, I don't think he'll do it. If he saw CC first, maybe next game he'd do it.
Well, I hope Drunkenboi CC's first next.
Could be.
Because the drone scout that we just saw right here.
Well, when
That
Suppy cheeses, it usually works. So, and the way Drunkenboy's playing, I don't think it would work. So I don't
Okay.
think he's going to cheese.
That makes sense. All right, well, looking at everything, as you just said, a Reaper most likely going to pop out of this this barracks soon. And on the other side, we got Suppy going no gases just yet. Throwing down his spawning pool. Very standard play. Acheron Waste, we saw Mech earlier on with Major just dominating Shigua on this map. But I don't think we're going to see Mech ever again.
Ever again. Maybe in Legacy of the Void.
Ever again for today.
Yeah, oh, I think that's a good bet.
You want to bet me on it?
No. I've never seen Drunkenboy play
I'll
map.
give you 50 to 1.
50 to 1?
50 dinners to 1. That's almost like you should always do it.
I'm not going to do that.
50 to 1 though.
No.
What if it was 100 to 1?
No.
Those are sick odds though.
You want to take him?
No.
Oh. If it's such sick odds, why won't you take it, Andre?
Because I know there's a 0% chance that he's going to do it. Alright, well. Just saying. 6 early Zerglings in the beginning stage here are going to try to clean up this one Reaper that's poking in already. Command Center will go down directly after this, and we do see that a standard factory and probably reactor going to follow that up.
Yep.
Interesting to see if there's going to be any third Command Center. Normally when you get a third Command Center, or I shouldn't say normally, but a lot of times when you get a third Command Center, you'll actually stop mining gas after the 50 that you mined for the reactor.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see that.
Not yet.
Oh, getting some good kills and able to duck away. Look at that, using high ground positioning. And the Reapers will stay alive. That's actually fantastic.
Yeah, that's some nice
Drunkenboi.
control out of Drunkenboy.
I'm really surprised that happened. Look at this. 2 barracks directly behind this. He's doing the flash build.
It's the flash build, and it's a good build, I think.
I do too. One thing about the flash build that's so important, you have to get an 8-minute engineering bay. At the very latest, an 8-minute engineering bay. That's part of it. He will do this just to shut down a lot of control from your opponent in terms of creep spread and even a lot of builds. It will just downright win you the game. Suppy scouts in here and sees everything that's going on. Stim has been initiated. And how do you defend against this, Ghost User?
Well, you just make a lot of Zerglings.
Is it Zerglings? You don't have to make roaches? Do you make queens?
Well, you have queens. You're not going to make extra ones. Probably 4 queens.
Okay.
3 to 4 queens is what you would normally have. And then Zerglings and probably a couple Banelings. You can do roaches as well. But if you're going to go Mutalisk, a lot of the time you just skip the roaches this time.
Okay. Makes sense. We'll see if that happens. Double reactor going to go on the back of these 2 barracks. Still no indicator. Normally we do see a third command center popping down pretty soon here. But that is not happening. And there's going to be a lot of aggression. I mean, we know this. And the purpose of this build is to eliminate creep. It's to get a head start in creep and, if possible, be cost efficient.
Yeah, you want to kill a decent amount of Zerglings as well, then just pick up and flee before
Yes.
you lose the units.
If you trade at all, that is trade. Even if it's 1-to-1, you are behind. Because you need your units to be on the field. As soon as they get off the field, what ends up happening is you don't have the mass to actually deal with the Zerglings. So small packs of Zerglings will be able to surround you and basically fend you off very easily. And you're behind in upgrades. And that hurts you really, really badly. Because it used to be in Wings of Liberty, we saw this all the time. And then people learned, oh, we just go for a 2-2 timing and then you're dead. But it's kind of been altered with the engineering bay that isn't being used or isn't being made, by the way.
Yeah, he's
That's
just
actually
skipping
really
it.
important. And that basically says, well, if Suppy holds this off and just gets upgrades, goes to 2-2, and gets his regular Zergling Baneling Muta, there are no fights that can happen after 13 minutes that will actually affect him.
He's pushing quickly too. He's pushing before the medevacs even, with a couple bio units now heading out across the map.
Yeah, really surprised. Queens are going to meet and greet, but just back up. Say no, don't want. Baneling's going to be used. And Drunkenboi pushing all the way in, but this is a little bit dicey. Zergling's going to surround the Hellions, which is so important, shutting all this down. And where are your units? Where are your medevacs? Oh, golly. This is terrible for Drunkenboi, as Suppy will clean that up very easily.
Golly gee, can't do anything like that.
That's blunderous right there.
It's a blunderous mistake.
Blunderous mistake.
Now here's his medevac. Oh, looks like it's too late to pick up those units. But Suppy is starting his lair kind of late, so he's not going to have Mutalisks for quite a while. However, the third CC is incredibly late with this build.
Yeah, third CC is very late. I mean, you can get it earlier at the cost of some Marines, which I'll see here and there, but look at these eBay timings. I mean, normally you're getting 1-1 at 11 minutes, and now he's just placing his eBays at 10. So that's going to be very far behind. You can see the upgrades for Suppy, 1 and 1 apiece. He will have no bad engagements after this, or he shouldn't have bad engagements after this.
Suppy always has pretty good overlord spread too, and he's going to spot these two medevacs with no problem. One thing he does that a lot of Zergs don't do is he keeps spreading them throughout the game, so his overlord spread gets better and better as it gets later in the game. A lot of players do spread overlords until the Mutalisk are out and then just stop. He doesn't. Medevac's picking off one overlord, maybe a second one going down soon, but that'll probably be about all the damage they can do.
Right. I mean, he's going to try to deny as much creep as possible, but this is already so far out for 11 minutes. Well, for the positioner, I should say. Zerglings will surround the Marines, and you can see how effective they are, and just forcing them out. Fire on the way. Creep is going to be spread. Oh, actually, this is nice. Good positioning. Able to deny a little bit of creep. And cool. Backs up. But the fact that the creep is so far out already allows Suppy to take a fourth base so much, not earlier, but it's a lot more defensible. Because normally you don't have creep spread this good at 12 minutes into the game. And where does Drunkenboi really go from here? Like, what can he do?
He's just going to try to play standard biomine and just try to catch up over a prolonged game, I think. He can't all-in. Can't really pull his SCVs and TVZ and make it work. So he kind of just has to play a macro game from behind.
And this is normally a situation where a lot of Zergs just make a lot of mutas, or tech up to Hive, or one of those two.
Well, usually I'd say you want a decent muta count before you go Hive. At least 14 to 16. Sometimes you go up to 24. Sometimes you just keep making mutas and not even tech Hive. It's unusual these days to get like 9 to 11 mutas and then go Hive. Just because if they do it like a double medevac drop, 11 mutas can't go and clean it up. You'd have to send a force of Ling Baneling along with the mutas, which is more difficult.
Big scan, going to clear up a lot of creep. Suppy not defending this. But once he does, I mean, he's waiting for 2-2, right?
Yeah.
This is the smallest tiny window that that Drunkenboi has. And as soon as 2-2 finishes in 30 seconds, he will be crushed. But I like this, just backing up, saying, okay, well, I have a small window. Let's go ahead and use it. Kill as much creep as possible. But the problem is, Suppy is probably the best, and I mean that, the best at replacing creep tumors before creep has been evaporated.
Yeah, he has lost his extra queens though this game, so he's gonna have to pull one off of his hatcheries and send a queen to do that. I think he's planning on it though, as that he has another queen in production at his third base now.
Okay. 2-2 has finished, and you can see 2-2 has just started for Drunkenboi. So this is the big timing. Mutas are going to be made in large numbers, but can he get damage done? That's the question. 9 mutas, I believe, are out. No, 11 mutas are out in the field. Oh, 10. Excuse me. A nice little pick off by Drunkenboi there.
Yeah.
But his army is just so feeble compared to the Zerg army that exists. Units tab shows 42 Zerglings and 25 2-2 ground that can just pummel this army. And Drunkenboi should not be pushing out right now. He's just staying off creep. I like what he's doing.
Only one mine with his force as well. And
he's approaching creep. And he's going on top of creep.
if he pushes on creep, this army's gonna get crushed.
Yeah, like it's gonna be so one-sided, but no, he's just gonna take out creep and back up. I like this. Although you said it best. I mean, where are his mines, right?
Yeah, I mean he's building them now, but he's just so far behind in that production. A lot of Terrans these days have a second factory up. Before now, several minutes ago, producing mines. He's only on one factory. Can't get that upgrade for the mines, so they burrow quicker. And he doesn't have as many mines either.
They're sprinting into the natural base hive on the way as well. Zerglings won't do any damage, but now is this going to be? Suppy's still not engaging.
Yeah, he's
Actually
kind of
surprised.
biding his time. I guess he's waiting for the Mutalist before he wants to engage. I think he should have went for it earlier. Maybe he thought there's more mines in it, so he's scared to fight. I think if he knew there's only 2 mines here, he'd just go for it.
Definitely so. Oh, medevac being taken out so fast. And this is going to be a pretty one-sided fight because 2-2 is just about to finish. And it's not.
One huge mine connection, but it's just not enough.
And the reinforcement's getting in here, but probably not going to be able to do enough damage. Baneling's still waddling in, and there it is, GG. Suppy will take it. If he waited just 30